Hi, this is Tyranny, creator of the Let's Dub Project, and welcome to the Let's Dub Awards 2025. It's our first year coming back, and wow, things have changed a lot, especially on YouTube. It's been a year of ups and downs, completing videos to varying algorithmic success, bringing new crew members on board, becoming an LLC, paying people. We started several series this year and are very close to finishing 2 of them, Let's Dub DDLC and Juniper's Knot. It's crazy to think just how much we've accomplished this year. I really appreciate all the fans that have stuck around and the new people that have come around and given us a chance. Speaking of those who have given us a lot, that brings us to our first award. It's Fan of the Year. Of course it was going to be Chan Man. Who else did you expect? He single-handedly funded Case 3 and 4 of the Dual Destinies dub. I mean, you can't get better than that in a fan. Like, that's insane. Although he prefers to remain anonymous, I just wanted to give a shout and know that I owe him a handshake and a hug, and I hope he enjoyed his plaque. I'd also like to give a quick shout out to the runners-up for this award, a few other people who have supported us heavily despite not being on the production crew. Blue Blazer for your activity in the Discord chat and on our videos, Kainoa K for being the second highest donator on Ko-fi, thank you very much, and Pedro Morales Jr. for all your support as well. If you'd like to support us and help us fund Case 5 of Dual Destinies, our link for Ko-fi is in the description. Just go there and send us anything. Become a member, see more Dual Destinies episodes. That's what we got. On the subject of Dual Destinies, since we've only released 1 episode at the time of recording to the public, it's not going to have a huge presence in these awards this year. Probably will next year. But that doesn't mean it didn't win some stuff. First off, Best Improv Clip.
I'm sure it was that thing in the art room. Something artistic and abstract and not that.
Yay! A present from Athena! Oh, this is so exciting.
Sorry, but it's not a present. I wanted to know whether you knew anything about it.
That's not nice, Athena. Why are you so cranky today?
It wasn't until a moment ago. Something in the art room. No.
Yay! Another present for. Oh, fuck off!
That's not in the art room.
Yay! Another present from. Oh, for fuck's sake!
It's the statue, please. Oh, it's the other place where the statue is. Oh, no. No, you're getting farther. No, come back. Art room. It's the art room, please. The art room picture.
Oh my God, Athena, you are literally ruining my day.
Thank you so much for the honor of ruining a wannabe artist's day. Or a sympathy prize for keeping me in purgatory from the art room. Either way, I'm very happy to receive this award, and I'm looking forward to future projects within Let's Dub Project.
Oh my god, for me? Thank you. Acceptance speech? Fuck. Yeah. So, when Tyranny approached me about going back and getting to voice Robin Newman again, there wasn't really a question that I wanted to do it. Not only is Robin an insanely fun character to voice, even though recording all the screams in their initial cross-examination made me straight up sick for a week, but it also feels like so much fun to play around with a character who's made up of, spoiler warning, 2 very distinct but crossed over gender roles. As a trans person myself, one who started transitioning after I originally voiced Robin, it was so much fun to go back to, even though I have to check my audio settings every goddamn time. Voicing both extremes of the character, as well as like their far more comfortable crossover beyond the point that that's revealed, it's so much fun, and it gives me a renewed sense of what Robin's struggle as a character may have actually been like, which just makes voicing them so much more fun. The ad-libs are always the most fun thing to do in the Let's Dub project, so I'm super honored that my random improv jokes are enjoyed. Thank you and good night.
That clip is exactly what I wanted to see from our new Dual Destinies crew. Improv genius. Congrats, Solia and Cami. Great work. Fun fact, outside of these 2 and 1 other, I didn't tell anybody what award their acceptance speech was for. I wanted it to be a surprise, so surprise! Moving on to our video of the year.
Hello everyone, pleasure meeting you all. My name is Solia Sora, and I play the role of Athena Sykes.
Apollo Justice!
And I'm filling the biggest shoes in the world as Phoenix Wright. Turbo Lawyer Power!
So Genra also deserves an award for the amazing editing that she did in this video. So I'm going to include her on this too. But the video of the year is the Dual Destinies casting video. It's a harbinger of really good things to come on this channel. And I can't wait for everybody to see how awesome the crew is. Our runner-up for this category was the Banana Fish fan dub. It got the most views on this channel out of any individual video this year, so it deserved to have at least a mention. Performance of the year is next, and despite how competitive this category was, the award is going to somebody I don't think anybody really expect, because nobody really watched this series. But that doesn't mean the performance didn't blow me out of the water, and I think it deserves to be watched.
What happened? What? Well, after I took her back to town, she was loud and beaten and beaten and beaten and plowed and beaten and beaten! Until she could not move or breathe. The boy stares, a nut in his hands held stiff only so near to his parted lips. I buried her under the sky where I last saw her smiling.
I used to really think someone from a tiny Midwest town could never be allowed to dream. I used to think I was limited to where I'd been. Next to no high school clubs, the same city streets, and online glimpses of better, more fulfilling lives. Theater was only for the girls with the money and connections to take that next step. My time in Let's Dub has absolutely blown that mentality right out of the water. It's such a wonderful, diverse sea of all types of folks. There are people who have been here for half of my life. There are people who have only just started acting. There are fans who have held out, and there are friends I'm watching soar. In this environment, all I want to do is keep working on myself. I want to create. I want to keep moving forwards. There is only one person I want to prove anything to. That itty-bitty squish tucked away in the countryside of Missouri who never saw the sun. I'm unbelievably grateful for everything I've learned. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be recognized in this year's Let's Dub Awards. I'm grateful for this second win that you have given me. And most of all, I'm grateful to finally have an excuse to have a ton of carpet stapled to my walls because, man, it's been real tough having to come up with different reasons over the years. Thanks, everyone.
So there you have it. Squishy is the voice of the demon and Juniper's not. Nobody saw that coming because, again, nobody really watched the series, and it's okay. I know it's not for everybody. It's a very kind of Shakespearean sort of writing, but the actors in that series, Squishy and Laura included, put their all into it, and it definitely deserves to at least be given a chance. So I'd like to direct everybody over to the first episode of Juniper's Not. Be sure to comment if you watch it. Since we're on the subject of underrated series, this next award is just that, Underrated Series of the Year.
I can use some info someone already gave me. But the usual way is using a buffer overflow.
Buff? What happens next? What happens next?
I create a back door in the system before leaving and covering my tracks.
I can't handle it anymore! Alma, hack me! Hack me like you've never hacked anything before! Make my buffer overflow, create a back door me, escalate your user privilege, find flaws in my security! Sorry, I got carried away.
Yes, it's Valhalla, and it's a very tricky series to talk about. We started producing it back in 2019 during our burnout period, and everybody put in so much work back then, and we got so many auditions for that series, over 600. Up until our most recent Dual Destinies casting, I believe it was a record for us. I was expecting this series to skyrocket to the moon on YouTube, and it might have in 2019. These days, the Valhalla fandom has shrunk quite a bit, the sequel's in development hell, and there haven't been any updates for a while. Part of learning this year was coming to the conclusion that despite all that, I still owed it to the voice actors to put this series out. No matter what kind of traction it gets or who watches it, they put in the work and they deserve to see results. So that's what I've been doing. And this series will complete to the end, whether anybody watches it or not. You should go watch it though, because it's awesome. Cool cyberpunk stuff, great voice acting, you know the drill. Head on over to Let's Dub Valhalla after this video is over. Next, where would we be without our production crew? I started this operation as a solo act with very little in education for audio or video, and I relied on a few people to help pick up my slack the last time we were active, but this time, I'm leaving some stuff to the professionals. That brings us to our next award, Best New LDP Member.
Whoa! I wasn't aware I was in the running. I suppose introductions are in order then. I work part-time as a video editor for Let's Dub. Tyranny initially reached out to me on Reddit because of my Ace Attorney fighting game intro dialogue concept. And it really is a mouthful. But anyways, it was originally only a series of images with dialogue, and he wanted to adapt them with voice acting. I was really excited to see them come to life, so I gave him permission. He got 2 episodes produced, and when I saw them, well, I did think the voice acting was good, but the visuals... I thought I could do better myself. So I reverse reached out to him and offered my services as an editor, and it's been a great match working for Let's Dub. I've mainly been editing and writing for the Ace Attorney Choose Your Fighter series, with the occasional side projects. I've really appreciated the opportunity to work so many up-and-coming talented voice actors, and they've really helped breathe life into the projects in a way that I couldn't have done by myself. I prefer lurking in the shadows, so you might not hear much from me again, but thank you all so much, and I hope you're entertained by any future videos I edit.
As she said, we met on Reddit on a whim. I decided one day I wanted to dub her cool fighting game images from Ace Attorney, and she was not really pleased with my editing skills, which I totally understand. So I sent her a message and said, hey, why don't we work together? And so we did, and the results have shown in the Dual Destinies cast reveal video and all the AA fighting game videos. Just top-notch editing. I was expecting her to be good, but not this good, so thank you, Genra. Well deserved. Next up, Most Improved LDP Member of the Year.
Me? Oh, me! Yes! Me! Hey everybody, how y'all doing tonight? So, as y'all heard, I'm MC and I'm excited to be up here. Voiced Elm in Fool's Code. I was one of the thug guys in Banana Fish. I also go... Yes! Yes! Now you know who I am. For this award... Well, this isn't a real one, it's a prop. But for this award, I'd like to thank the Academy. Except they weren't really an academy. Officially, they were more an institution, and even though it was just a place where they took all your money and taught you enough. And now, I'm $70,000 in debt! But I'm not American, so it's really a non-issue. Wait, what was I talking about again? Oh, right, the awards. Look, like many of you, I watched Let's Dub Project in my youth. Admittedly, I didn't watch as much as everyone else. I mainly stuck around for Ace Attorney and some of Ghost Trick. At times even, I feel like a fraud of a fan. But I cannot deny there is nothing, and I mean nothing, quite like Let's Dub Project. Yes, there are other Let's Players. There are those who attempt to dub certain games and visual novels, but they lack an unnamed factor that comes from the way Tyranny and his team have put things together. And it's inspiring. It makes you want to be a part of it, not for the recognition, not for the fame, but for the experience and inherent joy of creating this content. This fun, goofy content that's also very serious and grounded and heartfelt.
And it's that same joy that made me seek out a means of joining the team.
Despite what some will say, I'm probably crap as a VA, but I'm damn good at sound. And I'm happy to be able to offer my skills whenever and however I can. And I can only hope that one day, just one day, my works will inspire someone else to be a soundie just like me. So, thank you. Not just for this award, but for allowing me to be part of your entertainment. Now, I've always wanted to do one of these, and seeing as I'm probably not going to voice a lawyer and Ace Attorney... Acceptance! Thank you, and good night.
Years ago, MC and I met when he commented on a video of mine criticizing the mixing. Admittedly, I was a little put off by it, but I decided to let him put his money where his mouth was and handed him a couple of Valhalla episodes to work on at the time. This was when the series first started, 2020-ish. He delivered results pretty quickly, and they were okay. I decided to keep him around until our eventual burnout because I thought he had potential, and it was taking some pressure off my back at the time. Fast forward to 2025, this man has ascended. He's really put his all into sound design in the last few years, and it really shows. I'm overjoyed I get to continue to rely on him for mixing for all of our dub episodes. His work has been top tier, and he is well deserving of the Most Improved 2025 award. Great work, MC. Now for the big awards, starting with Series of the...
Oh my god, not this again.
Sorry I'm late. You know how web traffic is these days. I'd like to thank each and every one of you lovely people out there who voted for DDLC to win. Without all of you lovely Kevins out there, this wouldn't be possible. Speaking of which, I would also like to thank all the hard work and dedication that Kevin, Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri, also known as DT Fultz and Julie Lang Vio, Mean Queen Mara, and Pika Ace put into this dub to make it come to life. And last but not least, a great big thank you to Tyranny for making all of this happen. Without you, none of this would have been possible.
Damn it, Monica, not again! And on this most important of days for the channel. Jeez. Well, in all seriousness, DDLC has been a very strong series for us. This is a horror game with a really small cast. I really got shades of the Sayano Uta days. The performances in this series were top-notch from everybody, and with a small cast, that matters a lot. It also allowed MC and I to flex our audio-video skills, and that's been a treat. As of right now, the series is 98% done. We just have to post the epilogue on Ko-fi, and then post everything else to the public. So we're nearly there. If you haven't given the Literature Club a shot, go ahead and check it out. They need an extra member, after all. Before we get to Voice Actor of the Year, I just wanted to point out some voice actors to look out for in 2026. These are people I think have the potential to do some great things. I'm talking about our voice actors for the Write Anything agency, Mornal, Solia Sora, and Vister 9. That's our Apollo, Athena, and Phoenix. I've already seen a number more episodes of Dual Destinies than anybody on, the YouTube channel, obviously, although we have 5 more up on Ko-fi. And they're all doing an amazing job, and I can't wait to see what an amazing job they do in the future. I'm expecting them all to exceed my expectations next year. Good luck, Write Anything Agency. And finally, it's Voice Actor of the Year.
Stop!
Not until you apologize for calling me gross.
Fine, fine! I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that.
Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing.
What? Did you seriously just...
Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red.
Kevin, you really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right?
What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Yuri holds my poem to her chest.
I'm going to take this home with me and keep it in my room. I hope that it makes you feel good when you think about me having it. I'll take good care of it. I'll even touch myself while reading it over and over. I'll give myself paper cuts so your skin oil enters my bloodstream. You can have my poem too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're really gonna want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry! Read it!
What the hell? That's blood. That is blood.
Do you like it? I wrote it for you.
Hi everyone! Oh my gosh! Thank you so much. I'm so touched. I'm so honored. I'm so blessed to receive an award. Oh my gosh! Everybody has me blushing in my little office at my little desk. Oh, thank you so much. When Peter messaged me that I had received an award, I was so excited. I was so geeked, and I also felt very nostalgic. I don't know who all remembers this. You'd have to be a very long time fan, but initially I joined the Let's Dub project way back, when I was about like 15 or 16 years old. I came in for Luigi's Mansion. I voiced, I think, one of the two little twin boy ghosts. And then from then on, I went to voice a side character in Sayano Uta, and then that just branched off into a bunch of other cool things, and I was having such a good time and so much fun, and pretty soon after I joined, we had the Let's Dub Awards, and I think that I won Best Newcomer at the time, and I was so jazzed and so geeked and so excited. I feel like at the time, and I think still kind of now, I'm not really the kind of person to win awards. I never have been, and that's not really, that's not because I'm not good at anything. It's just mostly I feel like I tend to blend into the background a little bit. And I remember when I got that award, I was just like, I was so excited because I was like, I'm doing something that I enjoy and that I'm good at and I've been working hard at, and people see that and they recognize that, and they also think that I'm good at this thing, and I that was just very validating and cool for little teenage Meredith to hear and to experience. And then 10 years later, here I am. I have a degree and a job now, and I have an apartment of my own. I don't live at home anymore, but it's, it's just very nostalgic, and it's very good, and it feels a lot like coming home a little bit. When Peter asked me to come back, and Doki Doki Literature Club was here, I was like, why not? And here we are, and it just, I'm still having so much fun. And it just feels very nice. So, at the time of recording this, I am not sure what specific award I won. Peter just told me that I had won an award. But regardless, just thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to Peter. Thank you so much to Peter, for having my back and, validating me and, urging me to come back to this. Thank you so much to all my sweet, sweet friends. Your support it just means the world to me, more than I could ever put into words. And last but not least, thank you to everybody watching this or listening to me ramble right now. Everybody supporting this channel and this project, whether you just joined us or whether you've been here since I joined Luigi's Mansion or even before that. If I could give every single one of you an award, I absolutely would. But I'm not entirely sure how to close this out. But yeah, be kind to everybody. Love yourself. And god damn it, if you love to do something, go fucking do it. Cheers.
Mare has been with us for a long time, and when she agreed to come back for DDLC, I was stoked. I was eager to see how she'd improved in the last several years, and I was very pleasantly surprised. It showed in DDLC, as the two roles that she played them both outstandingly in both unique ways. As I'm sure you saw in those freaky clips, those are two very different characters, and she played them to a T, and I felt that was deserving of the Voice Actor of the Year award for 2025. This was a competitive category too, as you might imagine. Let's see who my runners-up were. D.T. Fultz as Kevin, of course. Squishy as the demon, who we talked about. Duncan Skull as Monica very nearly won, but Mare won on the basis of having two roles in the same series that she played very distinctly from one another. Paul Green Dennis as Donovan D. Dawson, another great performance in Valhalla, and Duncan Skull again as Dorothy in Valhalla. He plays that role extremely well too. There's a lot, but Mare's performance is shown above the rest this year. Good job, Mare. Looking forward to working more with you next year. Well, that does it for this year's Let's Dub Awards. What do we have in store for you next year? Well, let me take a look at my list. More Dual Destinies, obviously. More Valhalla for those that are watching it. The conclusions to both DDLC and Juniper's Knot. We've got more Ace Attorney Choose Your Fighter content that's going to include a special fight, including a voice actor y'all haven't seen for a minute, and I was surprised was available to do it. We might even bring back Ace Attorney Investigations, depending on how it goes. I think 2026 is going to be a great year. We're going to find our stride, and we're going to keep pushing forward and beat that YouTube algorithm, and I'm going to keep listening to y'all and giving y'all what you want. Make sure to like and subscribe, and check out our Ko-fi page, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Bye.